In the ancient world, two formidable leaders clashed on the banks of the Hydaspes River. Alexander the Great, with his Macedonian army, set his sights on the Indian subcontinent, aiming to expand his empire further east. Standing in his way was King Porus, ruler of the Paurava kingdom, a valiant and noble warrior determined to protect his land. The battle was fierce and brutal, with both sides displaying their military prowess. Alexander's cavalry charge initially broke through Porus's infantry lines, but the king's war elephants turned the tide. The epic confrontation lasted for hours, resulting in significant casualties on both sides. Ultimately, Alexander's strategic brilliance prevailed, and Porus was wounded and captured. Recognizing the king's bravery, Alexander offered him the position of an ally and regional satrap, allowing him to govern his kingdom under the Macedonian dominion. The Battle of the Hydaspes marked a turning point in Alexander's conquests. Though victorious, he realized the challenges of further expansion, and his troops' exhaustion led to their refusal to continue east into India. In the annals of history, two legendary figures clashed on the battlefield, one driven by ambition, the other by a profound sense of duty. The year was 326 BCE, and Alexander the Great, having conquered vast territories from Europe to Asia, now set his sights on the enigmatic lands of India. With his Macedonian army and an insatiable hunger for conquest, he aimed to reach the eastern edge of the world and beyond. But standing as an indomitable barrier to his aspirations was King Porus, ruler of the Paurava kingdom, a region known for its fearless warriors and fertile lands. Proud and courageous, Porus possessed an unwavering dedication to his people and a profound sense of responsibility to safeguard his kingdom's independence. The fateful day arrived when the two forces converged on the banks of the Hydaspes River, the lifeblood of the land that would soon bear witness to a battle that would echo through the ages. On one side stood Alexander the Great, a military genius whose reputation as a conqueror had grown with each victorious campaign. On the other side stood King Porus, a formidable warrior on his war elephant, surrounded by his brave infantry and imposing war elephants. As the first rays of dawn illuminated the battlefield, Alexander launched a surprise attack, leading a relentless cavalry charge against Porus's forces. The Macedonian cavalry, well-trained and disciplined, bore down on the enemy lines with ferocity. Porus's soldiers fought valiantly, but the initial onslaught proved overwhelming, and they struggled to hold their ground. However, Porus's war elephants, towering beasts armored with thick hides and formidable tusks, turned the tide of the battle. The pachyderms, guided by expert handlers, unleashed a countercharge that sent shockwaves through Alexander's ranks. Chaos and carnage ensued as the ground trembled beneath the heavy footsteps of the colossal creatures. In the midst of the turmoil, Alexander's strategic brilliance came to the fore. He deployed archers and infantry to target the war elephants' vulnerable flanks, destabilizing the fearsome beasts. Gradually, the momentum shifted back in favor of the Macedonians, as Porus's forces struggled to contain the well-coordinated assault. The battle raged on for hours, with no clear victor in sight. Both sides fought with unyielding determination, and the Hydaspes River ran red with the blood of fallen warriors. But in the end, Alexander's superior tactics, combined with the mobility of his cavalry, proved decisive. King Porus, wounded but unbowed, was finally captured by the Macedonians. In a remarkable display of respect and admiration for his defeated foe, Alexander spared Porus's life and offered him a unique proposition: to become an ally under the Macedonian dominion and govern his kingdom as a regional satrap. Porus, ever the proud king, accepted the offer, recognizing the wisdom of aligning with the formidable conqueror. Thus, the Battle of the Hydaspes marked a turning point in Alexander's epic campaign. Though victorious, he realized the limits of his eastward conquests, as his troops grew weary and longed for their distant homes. With his ambitions re-evaluated, Alexander turned his attention toward consolidating his vast empire. As for King Porus, he emerged from the battle with newfound respect from the Greek conqueror and a place in history as one of the few rulers to stand against the indomitable Alexander the Great and live to tell the tale. Their encounter on the banks of the Hydaspes River would forever be etched into the annals of history, a testament to the clash of two titanic figures in the ancient world.